So, what are we doing tonight?
I was sitting here debating if I should elbow you in the.
Yeah, I guess nailed you first.
You nailed me first.
I'm better at that.
Mm-hmm. Hello and welcome to Monday night and to the antics of the Davis family.
That's right.
And welcome to Rooted in Foods. And the Davises are eating a little bit local, but we're focused this month on how to use up all of those Turkey Day, Thanksgiving Day leftovers.
Yeah.
So
when you get stuck bringing home crap from your mom's house,
or grandma's house,
or
Friendsgiving,
or your house,
you just have too much that nobody wanted to take away from your house, which also happens.
Yeah.
You can look back and get a few ideas.
How to repurpose, reuse, and regurgitate.
That's just not even appetizing, that last one.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
I mean, if you drink too much, you might be doing that one.
That's right.
But last week we did a bit of a play on a chicken tortilla soup that would be good with turkey, leftover turkey.
And it was really good.
Oh, it was so good. It was delicious.
It was good the next day as leftovers too.
And the day after that, we had it for a couple of days. This week, we are going to follow a bit of it's not so much a social media trend these days. It was an early social media food trend. Making waffles out of everything other than waffle batter. Oh. So we're using leftover stuffing, dressing tonight. We're not going to get into stuffing and dressing debate because it just really depends on where you're from. And yes, there's a difference, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
One of them involves a cavity.
One of them does involve stuffing into the cavity of
we're going to get involved in it.
I know. But you started it, sort of. Anyway. So whether you call it stuffing or dressing, we're going to use it to make waffles. And we're going to build Eggs Benedict on top of that. So instead of the traditional English muffin and Eggs Benedict and Canadian bacon, usually an Eggs Benedict, we're doing the stuffing waffles and ham. We don't typically do ham. Well, actually we
Sometimes.
we have done ham in the past on Thanksgiving along with turkey. Not every year. So a lot of families, certainly here in the Midwest, do
both.
Do both. So we.
It depends on how many people you got coming over usually.
That too, and it just whatever. So we're using what would be leftover ham. We just went out and bought a little ham for tonight. But so if you have leftover ham on Thanksgiving, you can certainly use that. Otherwise, Canadian bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon, sausage.
Yeah.
Patties.
Yeah.
Any kind of breakfast food. Turkey honestly would be fine if. You're gonna have a poached egg on top of it, but
that's right.
So ham, and then we're actually going to fry our eggs. I'm not poaching them tonight because we just don't bother with doing that much work the day after Thanksgiving when we're fixing breakfast and brunch. And we're using a packet of hollandaise sauce because once again, after you cook all week for Thanksgiving, the last thing you want to do is cook the day after or even the weekend after. So lots of shortcuts tonight with our leftovers and. JFX seasoning. We have potatoes that came from Schweitzer Farm that I picked up at Farmer's Market this weekend. And then I will let you talk about our drink of choice because we're not cocktailing it tonight. We're just going to kind of jump right in.
It's just a pour.
Honey Heist.
Honey Heist.
You do that. I'm going to let the dog in.
All right, you let the dog in. We are utilizing Jammed Up from Honey Heist. So we've got Jammed Up. And it is a mead with strawberries, blackberries, and cherries. So it's kind of like a strawberry blackberry jam in a cocktail form. It does have about 12% ABV.
Hey, Mom.
So, and it's made with honey. So it is a mead. And I don't remember the difference between mead and wine.
So Honey Heist is relatively new where we live. Yes. I don't know, 15 minutes or so south of us. Mead is made with honey as opposed to some other form of sweetener or sugar, typically. Honey Heist does what we have that they bottle various flavors. They have seasonal flavors right now too, and a carbonated version that they are not bottling right now. You have to go there to get that. These I would equate just from being familiar with concept to a dessert wine because they're super sweet.
They are.
Not all of them are super sweet. This one's pretty
is.
sweet, yeah. But they're delicious. So if you like that sweet dessert wine kind of flavor texture, that this is pretty close to what that is. Certainly these. So
that's good. It's kind of like grape jelly in a glass, but
it's so good.
With blackberries and cherries, a little flavored. Good.
So this is, I don't know, is this our favorite of the non-carbonated? Probably.
Yeah. They're carbonated.
It's sweet, but there's still enough acid in it to kind of balance the richness of what we're doing tonight from a meal standpoint. So we just decided to showcase Honey Heist and
something local.
And they have t-shirts now.
I didn't get one.
I got one. My twin got one.
Hey, Brad.
Oh, all right. That's going to be a dangerous proposition tonight. Mom said nice glasses. Those are. I'm sure an antique store finds somewhere. I have this affinity for Art Deco things. And
Brad's watching, one of the guys from the game.
Oh, cool. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, Brad.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking care of my husband on Saturday nights, too.
Yeah.
So anyway, when I can find, pairs of cool glasses, that's what I do. Turn that on if you want to. So I'm doing this in stages. We're going to get our potatoes going first. So everybody has, usually, if you make mashed potatoes from scratch, you're probably buying, a 5, maybe a 10-pound bag of russet potatoes. So you're going to have some left over after making mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. So this is a good way of using those. I always kind of pre-cook, or at least par-cook my potatoes before I fry them. I'm going to do, I've shown you how to do the sliced, kind of old school, how my grandma used to make fried potatoes, which is a very German way of making fried potatoes. Tonight I'm going to dice them and show you that rendition. Same concept, different shape. It's really not a. Let
me get you over there then.
Thank you. So I have 2 russets. They're, decently little guys, but they're pretty standard size when you buy a bag of russet potatoes. So we'll dice these up. I've got bacon grease melting.
It's on.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't want it to burn roast and all this. We're going to use J-Effect garlic and herb. I think I ran out of my original. I posted I was using the original, but I can't find it, so I think I'm out. Which means when we go to the food co-op on Saturday to taste test the J-Effect smoked turkey, hint, if you're local, go do that.
On Saturday.
We'll have to pick some up.
I sure hope that they're using the Cajun flavors.
I suspect she'll use
a couple different
ones. Yeah. So these are small enough to do.
Because that's what I'm going to use this Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is the Cajun.
Yep. I'm going to mix it, though, with some other Cajun.
Oh, nice. Fine. All right. Skins on. I don't take skins off when I do fried potatoes. Never saw much point.
The J-Effect like that.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and...
Stop by if you're... Brad, thanks for joining in on us. So, J-Effect, what kind of turkeys are you going to have next Saturday? Are you going to have regular? Are you going to have Cajun? What kind of turkeys?
I'm hoping for a Cajun.
I'm hoping so too.
Now that we've said that,
I know. Well, I'm going to share it with the audience, whatever she says.
No, I think that's perfectly appropriate.
Yeah.
All right, potatoes going down in some bacon grease. I didn't cook these all the way. I microwaved them for probably 6 minutes total. we'll get a good coat of grease on them, and then we'll hit them with some J Effect. And between J Effect and Glacier's End and Pink Tiger Farms locally, we pretty much have any kind of spice blend or hot pepper kind of spice, shrub, vinegar, cordial. We pretty much have it all.
Syrup.
I don't know that there's anybody doing kind of your standard single herbs right now, but if we had somebody, then we'd have all of it locally.
Yep. There we go.
And all three have become staples in this house this year, just as we've experimented and kind of played with things. So we want this, I'm going to set this to medium heat, enough bacon grease in here to kind of get a good crisp on the underside, and then we'll start to flip. The other thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is make our packet of hollandaise sauce. Now, hollandaise is not necessarily hard to do from scratch. Eggs, butter, and all the bit. There are blender recipes out there for hollandaise sauce. But like I said, the day after Thanksgiving, we're all worn out and tired of cooking around here, so we take the shortcuts. Let me know too if you're watching how you guys use your Thanksgiving Day leftovers, because we're always after new ideas.
Yeah.
I tend to do the same things every year. Although I've never done the Eggs Benedict. This was kind of a, hey, let's do this week moment. While my water is getting warmed up, I'm going to get the ham out. And on a plate or a tray or something here. So, even if you don't have ham and you just need to go buy one, I'm going to have to use space over here because I don't have space.
You're fine.
Let me show you back on this. I want to heaten up. I will tell you, ham is.
Just put the spare scissors out there.
Thank you. I just grabbed what I could find easily. I didn't know you did that.
Put them out for you?
Yeah. This little guy was on sale, $8 today?
Something like that.
At Schnucks.
Yeah.
When you find ham on sale, if you're a ham eater, buy it and freeze it if you've got room in your freezer, because it
doesn't go bad.
No, and I don't know why ham is always so expensive. These make great sandwiches too. Sometimes I just find we have sandwich hams as opposed to the stuff you get in the deli. Yeah. Right.
I'll take that.
See, water in it. Alright, so there's our little ham. These come pre-sliced, so this is super easy for breakfast. We're going to heat those up before we fry our eggs. I'm going to do eggs very last, because that's the thing that you don't want to.
You don't want your eggs getting cold?
You don't want your eggs getting cold, and you don't want to step away from your eggs, because then they'll be. You'll.
Oh, take a drink. I washed my hands. Oh, take 2 drinks because she's washing her hands.
So we're going to do eggs very last minute. We're going to flip these. And I don't know, you can kind of see they're starting to get a little brown on the underneath. Alright, so we're going to do garlic and herb. I'm also going to hit these with a little bit of pepper, just because we like salt and pepper too on our eggs. On our potatoes. Okay. We're going to stay open.
Oh. She says the Cajun turkeys are so good.
They're delicious.
Typically keep it simple for the tasting. So they'll do a garlic herb one, and then a traditional one with a mixture of the original and the garlic herb.
Oh, that would be delicious, yeah.
So, share that.
And I'm going to hit this just with a teeny hint of salt, pepper, garlic to get that extra salt and pepper in here.
And then
and potatoes can take a lot of seasoning. They're going to soak it up. All right, so we're going to let that kind of sit. And I'm going to swap pan so you guys can see what I'm doing. So hollandaise calls for milk and butter. I'm going to show you how to do it with water and butter. It won't be quite as rich. But here's the deal. I forgot to buy milk today, and I don't have any. And I don't have any evaporated milk or cream, and coffee creamer is not a good option here. So here, we're just going to use water, which will also work fine. So these little packets, Knorr is the brand that you're going to find in the grocery stores, and Knorr packets of seasoning and sauce mix and all sorts of things are my go-to brand for this kind of stuff. So we want this to be up to a boil.
It's next Saturday, you said?
Pretty sure, yeah. Confirm that, you guys. But
JFX, is it next Saturday, 11/16/2024 at the Carbondale Co-op? You know what time that is?
Noon to 2, that I remember. So I'm going to get this going. Regular whisk. Do this in a little sauce pot. This is definitely going to be a stick to your ribs kind of meal. So if you're doing any kind of Black Friday shopping the day after Thanksgiving, get up, have some coffee.
That's what I put down 11/16. So.
Okay, go do some shopping, come back, have some brunch to keep you going for the rest of the day while you're out doing some shopping. So we want this to boil because these little sauce packets have cornstarch in them to make the sauce thick, and the cornstarch will only activate if you have something boiling, whatever liquid you have boiling. So I always, that's warm. I need a bigger pot. I always kind of start stirring and then put everything in here. That way it's less likely to clump.
JFX is also doing smoked turkeys for Thanksgiving as well. So they are.
So we're going to let that boil and thicken up.
You've got to order a turkey from them by the 20th of November. I don't see prices on there for that one.
Well, you can direct people to their Facebook website.
Yep, go to their Facebook page to get in on ordering turkeys from the JFX. I guarantee they will be delicious.
Yeah, I've seen that smoker in action, and
it can hold some turkeys. Let me tell you.
All right, we're just gonna let those sit on low heat, keep warm. Not gonna hurt them any. Might get a little bit of extra crunch on them. So yeah, that was bacon grease, JFX, a little bit of extra salt, pepper, garlic, SPG seasoning.
That's our hollandaise?
Yeah, that's hollandaise. We're going to let it get thick. All right, you can flip them back over here. I'm going to move my glass though so I don't break it.
Yep, please do. There's our waffle maker.
So this is a little dash waffle maker, and you probably have seen the little individual size. The red light, green light, very hot. I'll turn it around so you guys can see.
Oh, wow. So they're going to take the hassle out of Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Everybody. They'll do half turkeys and whole ones. You guys do turkey breasts or not? Yeah, hit them up on Facebook. Their phone number listed there. Also, hit them up at the co-op this Saturday.
All right.
The last day to order is the 20th. I did see that.
So I've got some stuffing, dressing, already portioned out. I just made a box earlier, and yes, it's box stuffing, bag stuffing, however you make your stuffing. No skin off my nose.
Jen says that's a cute waffle maker.
So it's a dash, and it's the Eggo size, but there's 4 to it, and you can get them at the Big A.
Yep.
And I sprayed it with cooking spray. And we're gonna let them rest down and sit. My last 2 are probably gonna be a little bit small because I'm trying to get 6.
Those first 4 look awfully big.
Well, you and Phoebe can eat those. I'll eat the little ones. My poor little appetite's not. Okay, so I'm gonna move my potatoes out of the way.
Oh, there's the candy turkey breasts too. They're full of pie.
There you go.
Man, they're just taking care of all of the hassle of Thanksgiving.
We're gonna throw some ham down on the skillet. Cook this as much as you want to, or as little as you want to. And it's just going to add more flavor to your potatoes. We're just going to make it fit here.
Okay.
Because we're really just trying to warm it up. Okay. Please. Thank you. Be careful, those are steaming. Man, those smell good. Holy Moses. Alright, getting another butter out.
We got them. Might as well use them.
I mean, if you've watched the show at all, you'll see the vintage things come out a lot. I mean, I like new stuff too, but I'm a vintage Pyrex and Fire King and Corel girl. And these old school white platters with all the prints on them from Corel, you can still buy them, but these are older prints. Whenever I see one at a antique store, I'm going to grab it. Broke zipper. Yeah, I'll bet. Okay. Broke zipper. Hold it up. There, just stick that in there. That'd be fine for a couple days. The zipper broke.
That's even a Ziploc brand.
Yeah, right.
Man.
Alright, these have some nice little crispy. Some of them are a little bit darker than others.
Send you over there.
Okay.
What are those? Those look like eggs.
They do. You want them crisp enough that they stay together, but I don't want them to be hard.
JFX asked if we've been to Golden Goodies in Centralia. They have a whole lot of stuff like the platters and stuff.
I actually have not been up there.
I have not.
And I need to add it to the list.
Yep. I knew that I hadn't, but then again, I'm not the.
You're not
that type that goes to
the
those
queen
stores.
of the old stuff.
No.
Okay, we're gonna use these front 2 here. Although not the last 2, those smell so good. Last 2 waffles. If you want them a little bit more brown, be my guest. That one kind of fell apart a little bit.
I bet you it'll survive. Meld in the happy.
And yeah, I'm using a cookie scoop.
Oh, not Centralia, Cambria. Man, I ought to wear glasses. You may have been to the one in Cambria.
I have been to the one in Cambria, but I didn't remember that was its name.
Ah.
Okay, we're gonna let those go. Hollandaise is
Golden Goodies. I just saw a big C and an IA at the end and said, it's Centralia.
You need your glasses.
I might.
All right.
But I refuse. I'm vain.
You're vain.
Really,
Okay.
I'm not. I
just don't have them there in your office at work.
They're where I actually use them.
Yeah. All right.
I need them.
We'll leave that there. We'll get our last 2 little waffles off. If you've got leftover cranberry relish, that would be good. If I did cranberry relish, I would hard cook my eggs or and not do what was I trying to say?
Avocado oil?
Olive oil.
Olive
just because it's easy. But bacon grease or butter. We're going to go 2 eggs at a time so I don't screw them up. Yeah. Because I have farm fresh eggs and they tend to break a little bit.
Put some bacon in that, Nick.
Okay, fine.
Just a little bit. for some added flavors.
Bacon, butter, whatever you want.
I like bacon. I'm sorry, as you can tell.
Embodied by bacon.
It's with the Harry Cult really nice too. Yep, good. That's
Yeah. I think we have been to that one. Oh. Or not you and I have been, but
yeah. I don't know.
Only when provoked.
Yep, heavily influenced. Do I need to be concerned about this?
Yeah, not at the moment.
Okay.
All right.
Checking, just making sure.
So.
I'm gonna get this butter out of the way.
The puppy actually got an egg a while ago, the little turd.
Oh yeah, the big puppy.
The big puppy.
Not this little thing that's in here. In the
oh no, this puppy can't reach.
No. To jump up, the eggs were over here.
And we heard a pop, like a crack of an eggshell. And she had one.
They were way back here.
Okay.
I heard a crack of a bone, what I thought was a bone.
Now, my stove is off kilter. It leans a little bit, and we never have fixed it. So I'm not working on a balanced stove. So you're gonna watch my yolks go this way.
Oh, Jen says she's definitely making dressing waffles the day after Thanksgiving this year.
And see, that one broke.
But she needs to borrow a waffle.
I'm sure I can.
We can acquiesce to that request.
Yeah.
And then JFX, she's I'm just patiently waiting for Thanksgiving so she can dig in on dressing and cooking that drink. Yes.
Oh, yes. You can also, I mean, if you make gravy, and most of us do for Thanksgiving, see, both of those egg yolks broke. I have a horrible time keeping farm egg yolks together. But with hollandaise sauce, nobody cares.
No.
All you need.
It's all covered up.
Yeah. These little dash waffles don't have an on-off button. You get the, see, that one didn't stick together.
It'll be fine. We'll just toss them in the sink. We only need 5.
No, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna eat it all crumbled up.
Okay.
That's too hot. I don't mind. Okay, quit doing that. I can't see.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, these don't have on-off buttons, so you gotta plug them in and unplug them. I'm gonna get our little crumbs out of there. Now, the crumbs will keep cooking, by the way, and you're gonna smell burn because that's what they're doing.
Get them all cleaned off
as
much as possible.
Well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna close that. Normally I leave it open to let it cool down, but I'm not gonna do that either. Because I'll run into it doing the things tonight. All right.
Get some pretty ones.
So stuffing waffles, you might have to add some extra butter, some extra fat to them, or oil to get them to together and stay together.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. We're back. I know what happened.
I can't do a lot here because this is too hot to like physically pick up and move.
I get it. You want me to grab the mitts so I can move it with the mitts?
Yeah, I'll move it with the mitts. I'll move everything over here.
I get the mitts.
Thank you. That way they can see what I'm building here.
Yep.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Waffles.
Waffles.
A few pieces of ham.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got non-stick coated pans, don't use metal utensils on them.
Yeah, like your husband did.
It's okay. Actually, I'm going to flip those because Chili won't like that one quite so runny. So here's a trick. Just a dash to do it.
What are you doing?
Garlic and herb.
Okay.
No pepper?
Yeah, a little SPG would be perfect. SPG?
Do you want SPG?
Yes, SPG. Okay.
Season every layer.
Right.
You have sliced tomatoes. Throw one on here.
Yeah, oh God, no. Do not do that to me.
Don't do that to chili, he says.
No. Just some taters.
Taters.
Yep. I'll get you cabbage because you love cabbage.
Well, I'm going to keep frying eggs here because we're just now at 7 o'clock. They won't mind an egg or two.
I was thinking that we could
share one.
Yeah, let them roll early and then we could eat.
Well, that works too. All right. You don't need a lot of hollandaise. Like, there's no need.
No.
What I was going to say earlier about like turkey gravy, that would be good on this too if you have that left over. I just wanted to use hollandaise.
We are running low on some JFX. So hopefully
I'm going to pick some up.
Next Saturday there are some large containers.
I don't think so.
Especially the original.
Yeah. We'll pick one up at... Oh, here. I didn't show you guys. I'm sorry. There you go. Easy breezy. Beautimous. If you're cabbage, oh my god.
I got her.
If you're ketchup, well, there's a story about the cabbage because I couldn't say ketchup as a kid, and I still don't say it right because of that. Anyway, if it won't squeeze, open it just lightly and let some air into it, and you'll be fine. Squeeze part of it.
That's fine. I appreciate that.
Thank you. That one's more done than this one. I don't know. That ham might require a knife.
Okay. Yes, indeed.
The waffles certainly don't.
JFX has never had hollandaise. Doesn't know how it tastes.
So, lemony butter is how I would describe it. When you make it from scratch, you're using butter and lemon juice and egg.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really rich and a little bit acidic.
It's really good.
It's delicious.
Yes.
And
I love
but
it.
like I said, here, you do that. You're capable.
I'm well aware of it.
The packets, honestly, making it from the packet, the flavor's not really all that different. There's cornstarch in the packet, and that's really
thickener.
Yeah, as a thickener, and that's what you're kind of getting. Otherwise, the egg yolks would thicken it, making it from scratch. Mine just fell pieces here, so I'm gonna take that bite. I'm struggling. That's a really good play on Eggs Benedict. I've never done the stuffing waffles before. I've done mashed potato waffles, so you could also do mashed potatoes. I would put a little bit of flour or cornstarch in them, something to kind of bind it together a little bit more to make it thicker. And then scoop them out, make sure they're kind of pressed together and a little dense, but the same concept on the waffle iron. So you could use those here too.
That dressing, just
it's
herbs
a savory,
and the herbs and stuff in the dressing, just add to that.
And use your J effect in your stuffing, your dressing, because that's the perfect little combo.
Flavor every layer.
I'm gonna get another set of eggs going here. So, any questions? And did anybody tell us how you guys use? Let's look for the comments on how they use leftovers before we hop off of here.
How do you guys use your leftovers?
Oh, I am ruining eggs tonight.
You are. Slice of Southern Louis says sweet potatoes would be really good. They would. Sweet potatoes.
Yes, they would be.
Oh yeah.
Same concept. You have to get them a little doughy, a little thicker, probably than what. Yeah. So flour if you can, cornstarch if you can't do flour. Or I will give you another hint on either one of those. Dehydrated mashed potato flakes is kind of my go-to secret for thickening all sorts of things that potatoes are already in. So, you need to get a pack of the Nor hollandaise so you can try it.
That's cheap too. What was it, a couple bucks maybe?
$1.28, I think.
Yep.
They're usually somewhere in the neighborhood of $1.
They're just in your sauce packet areas at your local grocer.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Okay. And yes, I'm a ketchup girl on my fried potatoes. It just never fails.
You like ketchup. You like tomato stuff. I'm not a big tomato person.
No, sorry.
No problem.
I'm not going to eat all of yours, though.
I know.
So, anybody else?
With my fork. You did.
I know. All right.
Well, 2 forks sitting here.
That's that. I know. The fork fight.
Right.
Okay. So yeah.
Almost stepped on the dog.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because the stuffing's already made. Ham's already there. Part cook the potatoes because it makes it a lot easier and they'll get crisper.
She's gonna make it from scratch.
You go, girl.
Yeah. Because it does separate a lot easier from scratch. So.
My best tip: work fast. Have everything together. Work fast, or look up some of the blender recipes. That might. But honestly, stovetop's easy. Just make sure you've got a bowl that you can, whisk in quickly. Yeah. And you'll probably find recipes that just are in straight saucepan over heat. I would do a double boiler situation for hollandaise. Just to keep it together a little bit easier.
Paninis for turkey is what she does.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Man, I've got a panini press downstairs. We could do those next week. No paninis for turkey.
No.
That would be so good though. Some turkey and some cranberry sauce and.
No, you just ruined it.
You ruined it with cranberry sauce.
Just ruined it.
Mm-hmm.
Your cranberries.
Yeah. Good for you.
I'll drink cranberry juice with vodka.
No Southern Comfort?
Southern Comfort doesn't really get along with me anymore.
Me neither. All right, so easy brunch. Took us 30 minutes, even with us jabbering. 30 minutes to pull it together. If you make waffles a lot, these little Eggo waffle makers are great because they're already separated. Even the square one.
She said that's exactly what she did with the cranberry sauce.
I totally lost my train of thought there. Oh, so I also make the Eggo waffles and throw them in the freezer. If I make waffles, I make extra. I throw them in the freezer. So I have another batch of eggs about done, and we're gonna.
They wanted somebody ham. Is that ham? Slices on the
yeah,
ham. I always wanted to make the leftover sandwich on Friends that made Roscoe Wilson.
Oh, there's a thought. It's probably in the Friends cookbook.
I bet you it is.
Which is at Barnes & Noble right now, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Jen, turkey, cranberry, brie, and green. You guys and your cranberries. Ugh. Cranberries are for vodka. It's the only reason they exist.
Okay, fine. So you can make a cranberry vodka something next week.
That's simple. It's 2 ingredients. Vodka, cranberry sauce.
Throw some Sprite on top of it.
It's not necessary.
Well, it makes it a spritz, sort of. Not really. Okay. We'll figure it out for next week. We'll have something. I cook, you drink. I mean, you mix a lot. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the Davis antics are all done for the night. Go forth. Buy yourself even just a little $10 single dash waffle maker. Make these because they're delicious.
They're good. They're really good.
And the savory, the herby, the savoriness of the stuffing.
It's so good.
Yes, and it's just a really good combination. So yeah, there you go. That's it. We'll stop talking now.
I wish there were some oysters in that dressing.
Well, I can make you oyster dressing. That's no big deal. Okay, I'll make you oyster. I don't know how to toast to oyster dressing. No. When I was 15, I hated it, but I kind of like oysters now. I'll tell my mother.
All right, well, folks, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys appreciate us. And we'll see you.
We will. Have a good week, folks.